the beautiful Singapore at Consensus event, and we're here with Flex Network. Could you please introduce yourself?
I'm Molly Webb from Flex Network.
Flex Network, what does it do?
Well, Flex Network is designing a token that is going to be the first opportunity to pay customers for consuming green power. So it's a very simple payment token. It's a utility token to join the network and be paid for essentially not consuming dirty, polluting power, but consuming green power instead.
So incentivizing people to use green energy, actually, it's a good thing.
It's not only good for incentivizing us to use it, it's also incentivizing us to build essentially a buffer into the demand side of energy. So all the focus up until this point has been on producing more renewable power and pushing it onto the grid. And in any market you're in, if there's a electricity grid, it can only handle so much renewables. So the way that we've handled that in the past is more capacity, build more fossil fuel power plants so that we have more capacity when the wind isn't blowing or the sun isn't shining, or we curtail. We literally turn off wind and solar instead of putting it on the grid. So for us to truly decarbonize, you and I and hotels like this one need to be actually able to absorb that renewable power when it's available and not consume when it's not available. And that technology is available today, but it's not deployed at scale. So this is a very underutilized asset we have, this flexibility. And that's why we need a token to start to pay customers, energy customers, to do that, to build out their flexibility.
And is it built on an Ethereum network?
We would like to be building on the most energy efficient protocol that we can. Ethereum right now is too energy consuming for us to be able to utilize it in the way that we need to. So we'll have to minimize the use of Ethereum in the beginning, and we're looking for other solutions, other protocols as well. But we obviously really like the accessibility of the Ethereum and the platform and the permissionless platform. So we're, if we want to decarbonize, we can't be using proof of work for too long. So.
And are you looking for partnerships with energy companies? They got the customers, of course.
So the founders of Flex Network, my company Energy Unlocked, have been working a lot with the public sector to build awareness of this opportunity and regulatory engagement. And the co-founder, Sarah Bell, her company Tempest Energy, have already been building a non-tokenized version of this solution. So essentially what Flex does is predict the carbon intensity of the electricity mix and trigger you as a consumer to respond. What Tempest, the co-founding company of Flex, has done is predict electricity prices in advance. There's a correlation between carbon and electricity. So Tempest have already really deployed this in Australia with a partner, one of the largest energy retailers in Australia. So we know that this works for a retailer. They save money for their customers. They buy electricity cheaper off the wholesale market. Works for everyone, saves everyone money. To globally scale this, not every market works like Australia's. So we need to, instead of electricity, we need to be triggered by carbon to create these actions. So we're tokenizing this so we can take it out of electricity markets and deploy it anywhere today immediately.
So this is a working business case, people.
It's not quite a reverse ICO in that sense, because obviously it's a working business, but to really scale it requires a very different, not a very different, but a tokenized version, which isn't the exact same business model as Tempest Energy. And we also wanted to really decentralize this. Yeah. So we don't want this to just be one business model in one place. We want to tap into every appliance manufacturer, every retail energy supplier in any country, and say, if you can make your customers flexible, you can save them money, you can save yourself money, and we also decarbonize faster. Win, 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 win.
Nice. And you're based in Switzerland,
yes.
And also regulated in Switzerland, yes, as a utility token?
Yes.
Or?
As a utility token. It's a dual token system. The Flex token and the Shift token is actually what we pay customers in. So, but we're at the early stage now. We're really looking for partners. We're looking for investors in our private sale, and this is set to explode. So we have some very exciting media opportunities coming up in November. So we really want to get moving.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. If people want to go to the Flex Network, which website they have to go to?
Flextoken.io. All the information is there. Well, you'll have to email us for the white paper. We're still in the early stage, so we'd like to make sure we know everyone we're talking to at this stage.
All right.
So,
thank you very much, and all the best with this project.
thank you. Looking forward.